Greetings, 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 and welcome to Heal Talk Tuesday. This is Liza. It's so good to be here with you, isn't it? Well, I hope you are doing amazing, just amazing in being present with everything that is happening. Um, One of the things that I have heard is stress and worry is something that you constantly strive for, you look forward in the future and are not present, because being present is where you come to enjoy or be present with your feelings, your thoughts, and everything else. Today we're going to be talking about something which is a mindset, the emotional mindset and the emotions, and how to regulate it and truly be an Olympian of yourself, and also come to talking about not only Simone Biles, Michael Phelps, and yesterday, if you have been watching the Olympics, the American men's gymnast, they got the bronze, but it was just the last person, Stephen, by getting up there on the vault. And if you watched him, the entire thing, you would see that this entire thing that the team was competing and everything, he was sitting in a corner with his eyes closed. It's not that he was not cheering on his team, but he was doing something we're going to be talking about. It's called mindset, visualization, and in closing today, I'm going to do a small little visualization for you. So let's delve into the Olympics and explore what it takes to be an Olympian. If my eyes seem a little bit different, is because my eyes are dilated, and I just came from my doctor's office that they had to check my eyes because I had some dry eye. And before that, they were checking my blood pressure. And I'm gonna post my blood pressure online after this. It was 78 over, it is, what was it? 79 over 48, which is quite low. The reason I'm saying about the Olympian mindset is exactly this. Not only a mindset, but a visualization. So after they dilated my eyes, I went and sat for 10 minutes waiting for the ophthalmologist, a great doctor, to see me. While I'm sitting there, the entire time I'm visualizing my blood pressure going up, my blood pressure rising. And the number that I wanted is my regular number, which I'm going to reveal later. So everything comes from the mind, right? While many of us are glued to the TV, there are people who really don't care about what's happening at the Olympics. So this mirrors life in general, because we don't engage with something until we have an interest in. Or we don't think about anyone having a hardship and being in the hospital, or even the children's hospital, until if you have a child and you've been into the children's hospital or something like that. You don't think about an auto accident unless you had an auto accident. Now let's reverse this. When you want to buy a car, when you want to travel somewhere, you don't start thinking about planning it until you decide, I want to go on a vacation. So everything, starting in the mindset, is also knowing how to create it, how to dissolve it. So we can adapt this mindset in our lives, and you can do the same thing by striving personal excellence, by embracing the challenges with what? Tenacity, determination, and focused attention. Our athletes have been working years and years for exactly this. So the similarities are very much the same, because all the athletes, not only having the mindset, they practice visualization. They also have a sports psychologist, especially the Olympians. Not only they have a coach, they have their trainers, they have a sports psychologist. So the psychologist, the sports psychologist, is very similar to a hypnotherapist, because we work with the mindset, we work with the subconscious, we work with focused attention and visualization. Because everything that it is created, not only in the mindset, it is what is it that I want to achieve, and then how do I step into achieving it, and then how do I embody it by embracing it in order to evolve, in order for me to achieve the set goal that I want. So it's personal, they help them with personal goals and challenges. And my question to you is, what are the biggest challenges that you face in your personal or professional life? And how do you usually either write it, strategize it, or cope with them? So have you ever tried a mental technique with visualization that took you from here to there? Most business people create a business plan, then the strategy of how much, what is it that they want to do, what is it that they want to achieve, and then they break it down. I've had people break it down in 4 quadrants. I've seen that strategy. I've seen people break it down to like every hour. There's people who break down their calendar to every 15 minutes. Like, in every 15 minutes, what am I supposed to do? What is it that I want to accomplish? So, the next one is the mindset and the motivation. What motivates you to keep pushing forward, to create and do the same thing? Eckhart Tolle, in the book of Now, talks about being present and truly enjoying what it is that you are doing. Talk about from the work you do, from being mindful when you eat, being mindful when you're exercising, being mindful when you're making love instead of thinking about everything else. Truly be present and enjoy this passionate moment, or whatever it is that you want to call it. It can be few moments, it can be an hour. So the entire thing is being present with yourself, with your partner, with what you are doing. So who do you rely on to support you in this? Because when it comes to business, people have their CPA, they have their support system, they have their managers, everything. But when we are by ourselves, what do? We journal, we do a lot of things. So how important is having a support system? Today I responded something on Facebook, and there was a quote or a statement that for every woman who wants to achieve, there is a group of other women there to support her. And I said, not necessarily. Because not every woman is there to support another woman. Believe me, working with women, helping with women with their confidence and well-being and health and wellness, there's a lot of women who come over here and they say, I feel alone. I feel I have no one to talk to. I feel overwhelmed. I feel overweight. I feel unappreciated, maybe even undervalued. So it's not always that we have a support system. But an Olympian, from the day that they decide to go into Olympics, this is what they become, and they have the entire support system. I want to share something. Everybody in the world knows who Michael Phelps is. Of course, the most decorated Olympian of all times with 23 gold medals in the swimming, right? Just this week in Olympics, Leon Marchand beat Michael Phelps's gold record. But the power of visualization comes from the time that Michael Phelps decided he wanted to go into the Olympics, and he started training with his coach, Bob Bowman, who also was hired to help the French Leon Marchand get the gold and beat the record. So he used visualization technique all the time. I want you to understand the dedication. 6 days a week, 6 to 7 hours a day, swimming, the same thing, doing the same thing over and over, and approximately 1 to 2 hours of visualizing his entire swim to a way that he would visualize every stroke, every turn, every possible scenario of what could happen, including the things that could go wrong, being prepared. This is how much of a training he would do, not only to the hour, to the minute, to the second, to the millisecond, because that's what it takes for an Olympian to touch the wall. Milliseconds. So in the 2008 Beijing Olympics, Michael Phelps, as he dove in and he went underwater, for whatever reason, water went into his goggles, and he could hardly see through his goggles. But he relied on his subconscious, the programming that he had done, plus his visualization, plus knowing exactly what he was supposed to do. And something that could have been truly disastrous, no one knew about it. He came through, he swam the entire distance virtually blindly and still got the gold. So what does it take to be a champion? Like Michael, like even Tiger Woods, that for the first 5 years of him hitting record and doing all the championships that he got, his caddy was his hypnotist. And that's exactly what they used to do. His coach, his caddy, driving, and the entire time as they're driving, his eyes he would close his eyes and visualize his next move, next stroke, next move. Even the way his body would move, and everything was visualized to the point. So when we want to talk about what does it take to succeed, it's the same thing with Simone Biles. What she is doing is absolutely incredible. I know I was glued over the weekend watching her, and today in the gymnastics, I don't know if there's any other woman that can do the mastering of the difficulties that she is doing. And if there are, more power to them, because it's not only the Americans, it's every single athlete. It takes a lot of dedication. And it takes a lot of dedication to be whatever it is that you choose to be. A few years ago, she stopped from competing because she had this thing called the twisties. And what is the twisties? That means when she was doing the twist, her body and her mind were not connecting at that moment, so she felt out of balance in doing her twists and her flips. Now, it's something that happens in the mind, and the body responds to it. Responds to it. So it is a responsive. What I like to call it, it's the reconnection, and that's exactly what they did. Reconnecting the mind and the body together. So for years, she's done her visualization, worked with not only a mindset coach, a psychologist that worked, and a lot of her visualization and saying, you know what, I want to do this again. After years of therapy and finding the joy within her, that it was not so much the competition, it's the joy of what she is doing. She got married, she had more joy, she felt light, she felt more in flow, and said, I want to do this one more time, because of her age, to finish with a legacy that I did my best, instead of regretting what if. So, if there is something that you really want to do, having this aptitude and attitude, because it's just one word, one decision, and one choice to what is it that we want. Do I want to stay here, or am I willing to make one choice and do something else? A few days ago, I had lunch with someone, and it's just a networking, so we got together. It was coffee, lunch. And after our business talk, as we were discussing personal, his girlfriend joined, and the three of us were talking. And you know what he said? He said, I used to be a drunk. I used to binge drink. I would come back from work and sit and do nothing but empty a six-pack. I would binge drink until one day it got so bad that I couldn't even recognize myself in the mirror. I was angry, I was resentful. When I was at work, I was not a happy person. I didn't even know who I was. And I made a choice. I want to be the success that my future wife is going to be proud of. And he said, from that moment, it's as if something shifted in me, and I stopped drinking. So he not only stopped drinking, he went to therapy, he went to couples therapy with his girlfriend, he went and did everything, started reading, and he said, I started practicing this self-awareness and mindfulness. From an athlete, from someone who wants to change a negative habit to something better, from working with women from menopause, from pain, to taking them from pain, feeling powerless, anxious, insecure, and negative thoughts, to feeling this sense of greatness within you, is exactly what I do, because there is nothing in life that trumps self-pride. So Michael Phelps' story is not, it's nothing new. It's a testament to the power of mental and emotional strength in achieving our desired goal. Myself, in that 10 minutes I was sitting at the doctor's office, by visualizing my blood pressure to go up, I hit 88 over 56. From 78 over 48 to 88 over 56. So I literally brought my blood pressure higher, approximately 8 to 9 degrees. If I can do it, I can also teach you how to do it. And the same thing goes for business and personal life. professional life, and knowing if I can hypnotize myself and have a root canal with absolutely no anesthesia, we can also create the same thing not only in our sports, focused attention, but also achieving everything else, taking the bar exam, security exam, and even if you haven't passed it before, finding where the block is, turning the block into a curtain, pulling the curtain, seeing it, releasing it, and going and nailing it. So, I have clients overcome their mental blocks, manage their stress, and enhance their focus. I can help you too. So, if you have experienced either working with me or have had mindfulness, achieved something in sports, or any of this, by all means, please share your stories as well. Hi, how are you? Please, share your stories. I love to hear success stories or not success stories and see how I can be of help to you. Because that's my intention. Because hypnotherapy and mental training are so similar. It's performance. It's becoming better. So here's what I would like to do. If you could sit back just a moment. Take a nice deep breath and bring your attention to this present. You can keep your eyes open or closed, it doesn't matter. Breathe in. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. One more time, nice deep breath. And exhale. And if you close your eyes for just a moment and allow your eyes to rest and become aware of everything that surrounds you and everything within you, becoming aware of your breath, your heartbeat, even your pulsation, while everything else is happening around you, sounds. And as you breathe in and out, just become one as to how your body is moving, how your chest rises, your stomach expands, contracts. And just give yourself a moment of allowing, as if dropping, releasing tension for just a moment. Yeah, you can let it go and drop it into the chair you're sitting, on a couch, on a seat, and just allow all the worries, doubts, tension, stress, anxiety, whatever it is, even pain, for just this moment. If you could just allow it to drop lower, down, and let it go into the seat, from the seat all the way down to the ground. And as you breathe in, bringing oxygen and vitality into your body, swallowing your saliva, bringing that oxygen and allowing it to go all the way into your lungs, into your heart. And without you realizing, day in, day out, every day, every hour, every minute, every second, every millisecond, when you breathe in, you swallow your saliva, and oxygen that comes in travels throughout your body all the way to the tip of each and every one of your toes, and then all the way travels back. That's right. And just give yourself this moment of complete acceptance, no matter where you are, good, bad, right, wrong, feeling angry, feeling sad, feeling hopeful, feeling joy, and just observe this moment. And while every thought, every idea, every concept, every image that comes into your mind, even colors and shapes, let it come and go. That's it. It's all good. Just allow all of that to come in and go. That's it. And visualize yourself performing, creating, doing whatever it is that you want to do. No matter where you are, no matter what you are doing. Some visualize a code, others visualize success. You can even visualize, if it is your home, the quietness of the home or the sounds of the home inside the house. Some sounds are so pleasing, other sounds, you want to close your ears. So no matter what it is that you are feeling, hearing, sensing, smelling, even connecting to, tasting, just be one with that. And at this very moment, if you were to choose to change one thing, what would it be? Literally. If you could change one thing, just for this moment, just for this hour, just for today, what would you change? And choose that one thing. And if you can focus on it and give it the energy of more love and kindness, and keep that thought, that feeling throughout your day, through the next moment, through the next hour, or all day. And just that thought on that word, or even that sensation, bank it in, imprint it. And if it's a word of kindness towards yourself, self-appreciation, self-acceptance, and saying, this is what I am stepping into, this is what I am banking in, just be one with it. And then take another nice deep breath and say, I do. Say the words, I do. I choose. I matter. You see, it's not always about wanting to achieve. It's realizing at this very moment, even if it was for a millisecond, you did achieve. And for that, congratulate yourself and say thank you to you. Thank you to yourself for giving this permission to making it happen. Be the Olympian for yourself. If they can achieve it, you can achieve it. If I can achieve it, you can achieve it. And if there's anything I can be of help to you, by all means, reach out, share your story, send me a message, and you know what? Cheer on others who are achieving it. And remember, when we do it for others, we feel good, because that excitement is a boomerang. And by all means, subscribe, share, like, and thank you. Thank you for being part of Heal Talk Tuesday. And today I want you to celebrate not only the Olympians of this country, but every single athlete that does everything in their power to make it on that stage, on that platform, and realize that every single day of you being here, you are on this platform called Mother Earth, called life, called I am, and I matter. So until next week, I bid you goodbye, and God bless you, and may the universal light surround you always. See you next week. And if you like this, share it, subscribe, and go to YouTube, and you'll see the rest of all my podcasts.